So here we're passing in front of Modell's Sporting Goods. From this angle, it doesn't look like they're kind of holding out through the pandemic. Only kind of see empty shelves through the windows over there. But that shares a parking lot with Carter's, Babies and Kids, Oshkosh Bagosh, I think is another children's clothing store, Foot Locker, and what I like to call the fancy Acme. It's just much fancier in there than the Acme I go to now on East Passyunk Ave, a little bit further north. And it's not that unpleasant here, actually. It's obviously hot, and there's a bit of traffic. But there's this dedicated sidewalk for a bit. You can see it kind of terminates that stop sign without much of a direction past it. But for the moment, there's a lot of people out. There's a lot of people moving between these various stores. So I don't look too out of place as I'm walking. One of the things I'm really interested in is that you can see there's some old trolley tracks in the street there. It's one of the things that I find really tragic about Philadelphia is that there's all of these different spaces where there clearly was trolley service that's now been disbanded or paved over. I'm a real sucker for public transit. So it would just be nice to be able to take a trolley about anywhere you wanted, have them crisscross all over town. I think if there was more of a focus on that kind of transit, you'd end up with this kind of area being a lot more walkable, right? I mean, we wouldn't need this huge expanse of asphalt to facilitate all these cars if, we had this effective trolley service running right here. But all that to say, behind the fancy Acme, we do have this really kind of wonderful mural. I think it's quite beautiful. Clearly modeled after, I think, some real people. I always wonder if that's one of those instances where they model the people in the mural after the people who maybe have worked in the store or worked in the store. It'd be kind of a nice way to celebrate your workers if you were able to put their likenesses into a mural. Kind of doubt it though. Here along the side of Target, we have some nice young trees with some red flowers on them, a little bit of shrubbery. As you can see, the sidewalk I was walking on is now just sort of fully dismantled. It's kind of unclear here if I'm walking in a place that I should be. I'm going to move a little bit over here to the right, but I also don't want to get too close to this area. It seems like a place that would qualify as trespassing of some sort. So I'm just sort of sticking into this neutral territory of crumbled asphalt. We're now kind of completing a loop more fully because, as you'll see, we're coming up against the back parking lot of Club Risque. They actually have two parking lots, so it looks like they have standard parking lot, overflow parking lot, all of which is empty at the moment. I'm assuming a mixture of the time. It's, I think, about 2:30 p.m. But also, probably it's not open right now. I would imagine. I don't really know though. The only vehicles I'm seeing in their parking lot is over there. There's sort of a kind of tastefully muted Suburban, and then there's the Club Risque van that does have sort of a woman seductively painted on the side of it. So kind of the Club Risque dichotomy, I guess. So yeah, here we're coming up onto Columbus Boulevard. So I'm gonna sign off here, figure out a better place to put my body, and start heading back up north to where I live. But yeah, that's for sort of today's short walking tour. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.